Hi, my name is Ken Duane, and today, which is November 11th, 2010, I had the opportunity to make a presentation here at Santa Clara University to the Retail Management Institution students on PVH, Phillips-Van Heusen, and on global sourcing as it is today. And it was really well received, and these students are very, very bright. So what I presented them first I began with how PVH has acquired. We today, PVH, Phillips-Van Heusen, we're a publicly traded company, and we own our own brands, which is obviously the dress shirt company, Van Heusen, but Izod, and we've recently, 7 years ago, acquired the Calvin Klein company, and just recently in this last May 2010, we bought Tommy Hilfiger. So today, we're the second largest apparel company in the world. So I got to present to them on how do we think globally, and why is the world today so flat? And we got some very, very good questions from them relative to that. And then I went into a topic relative on the global sourcing in today's world. And I thought it was particularly interesting because of at the present time, cotton today hit an all-time 140-year high, and the scarcity of commodities and sourcing challenges around the globe for many different companies like ourselves. And I mentioned to all of them, and I believe this truly, that we today in our marketplace are at an inflection point. The world has changed. All roads, at one time we used to say, as I was coming through the industry, all roads lead to China. Well, they may still lead to China, but the days of less expensive clothing and sourcing advantages from the Far East are over. And inflation is back, and the period of deflation, which we have experienced over the last 10 to 12 years, is now finished. How will we deal with it? How will the American consumer receive inflation? How will companies that are global sourcing companies and have produced all around the world, how will they change and rotate and find new ways to manufacture? And when I talk about the inflection point, we need young people in this industry. We need new, fresh ideas in the industry on how we can take this. How do we develop new areas? Maybe there's an opportunity to begin to produce possibly in the United States again. I don't know. That's probably a little bit far-fetched based on labor rates. But there are opportunities. Anytime a door starts to close, it opens up. There are many more doors that open up all the way along the line. And I thought the students had some great questions. Now, whether this crisis, I really believe it is a crisis that we're in relative to cotton, lasts and how long it lasts, we do know one thing: prices are going up. And we're going to need new, fresh, young ideas here out of this Retail Management Institute at Santa Clara. We're going to need these students to come into our business and tell us how to. Well, how can we change? What do we need to think about? We talked about social media and viral marketing and how that's changed. And I use the example that in the Calvin Klein presentation last week, a corporate presentation they made to us, I felt like an AM radio. That the young woman, Melissa Goldie, who made it, they're so far along in what's going on in viral marketing and social networking and how to get to the consumer today and how fast that's changing. It's very difficult to stay in tune with, and the students had a lot of questions here. So there's another area that they can think about. And last and most important, I talked about Tommy Hilfiger, I think, and I showed them the new marketing campaign that nobody's seen. They're the first people to see it. I just saw it for the first time this morning when I got on the plane on my way out from New York, and I showed them, and it will be on Glee and Grey's Anatomy and all the top shows over the next 4 or 5 months. And their reception was, they loved it. So that made me feel really good about it. So it was a great class. I think there's a lot of promise coming out of this area, and I just hope that they take this business seriously and they come into the apparel business and make a career of it. Thanks.